Hi, this is Ed from 360 Fearless Adventures. Today we are at Mary's Point in Hillsborough, New Brunswick. This is first time for me to come here. There's a few places that you can go walk on the beach, and there's like a few island that connects. So this is the walking trail that we need to follow. Right now I am with the whole family. So my wife Chantal, my little daughter Bianca, she's half asleep. She was sleeping in the car. My oldest daughter Amy, my mom Joyce, my dad Romeo. So this is like a lookout spot that you can see the whole view of the beach. Apparently this is a beach, somewhat anyways. Do your part, stay 2 loons apart.
C'est funny, eh?
Yeah. Do your part, stay 2 loons apart. So, this apparently you have to keep separated. It's a very nice view. So probably on low tide you can go to the other islands and stuff. So you can bring your dogs here if you want. So it would be a nice place to bring your dogs. So this is what you can't do. Apparently you can't pick flowers. It's just a weird one, but obviously don't put your trash, no biking. It's pretty limited. So there's time that the shorebirds are here, like the sandpipers and stuff, that you can't be on the beach. So during summer and early fall, this beach is an important resting place for migration shorebirds. There you go. I'm kind of surprised if the dogs are here that they won't attack the birds or something. So, sandstone for building and grinding. So this is where I think there's actually an island called Grindstone Island, if I'm not mistaken. This is where they took the grindstone. So I think that's what they used to build churches and stuff like that. Over there, that's Shepherdie Mountain. In French, it's called Chapeau de Dieu. And we're just back on our way because the trail ended. If I would to go, I would need to go either with a kayak or something to paddle. You can get to Grindstone Island where there's like a lighthouse, but for now we're just with the family exploring and having fun with the kids. But that's an option. Maybe call ahead if you want to do something like that. I'm not sure if it's allowed, if you need special permission. It's like an island near Nova Scotia, close to Cape Chignecto. There's Ilho that is called, but you need special permission. They used to raise silver foxes there. which I always wanted to go. Check it out on Google Map. It's called Île Haute, so High Island, but it is spelled in French. So the trail apparently is not far down this path. It just ends right there apparently, unless they just stop the trail with the gravel here. There's a lot of strawberry plants, the small wild ones. You can see the flowers blooming here, and there's like blackberries, or no, raspberries, these ones. You found an egg? Where? Montre. Come and show me. My daughter found an egg on the ground. If you want to go explore with kids. They'll actually find stuff. So this is a pretty big egg. It's bigger than most birds. If you know what type of bird this could be, leave a comment down below. It looks, well, it's hard to tell. It could be a pheasant or a partridge or something like that. I'm familiar with a few egg shells, but not like a wide variety. But you know, good job, Bianca. So far, you know, if you just want a little walk down, you know, like a little path or something, this would be good enough. But if you're looking for a big adventure, maybe, you know. Okay, and I guess it continues. So you just follow the green arrows through the trails. There's markers on the trees. Here's tree fungus right here. This one's covered.
There's a bird.
Bird's nest. Yeah, this one's in really rough shape. Huh? That's what I mean with kids. They spot everything, so it's nice to have help to film stuff because they find a lot of stuff. They have sharp eyes. There's still those blue markers here. It's nice to have my parents to follow along. You get so busy sometimes you forget to do stuff with the family. Broken tree right there.
Hey, come see what I found!
What?
I said
Pimples?
pimples.
The pimple tree. There you go. So this is another, the other side of the trail. So you can see the lighthouse from here. So now you can see Grindstone Island. It's a little bit far, but it's this one right there. It's hard to tell on my screen if you'll be able to see. I'll try to zoom it if I can. But there's a very nice view.
Ouais, l'île là-bas, ouais, je l'ai vu. Oh, au bout, là. C'est là que je l'ai vu.
Regarde, il y a moins grave.
Ouais, ça, c'est haut.
Hello, baby.
And the trek continues. It looks like it goes for quite a bit. I was wrong, actually. Well, they told me it ended, but the trail is kind of hidden when you go to the right or the left. So, so far it's a pretty cool little trail. So we met a local here, Darren Church. So he's going to explain a little bit today about Grindstone Island. That's what it is, right?
Grindstone Island is the island, and the point is Mary's Point.
Okay, Mary's Point. So that's where we are here right now? Okay.
Yeah.
So he was saying that there's a little bit of history on the islands and stuff, and basements and stuff like that. Could you explain a little bit?
Yeah, so back in the past, they used to, a lot of the rock and the stone work down in Boston and Halifax was cut actually on Grindstone Island or at Mary's Point. So if you actually go out there, you can see steps cut right into the stones where they used to take the rock right down to the water when the tides were in. So the only time you could load is when the high tides. The other thing, there was a community out there where you had workers spending their whole year out there cutting rocks, so you can literally see the rock work being cut out there. Grindstone Island itself was once, there's a lighthouse out there that was manned up until probably about 40 years ago. And back in the day, they used to cut rock out there, and the reason it's called grindstone is a stone that you grind blades with. That was the type of sandstone they had, so they usually used it to grind stones or grind your blades to sharpen blades.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. So, great thanks, because I didn't know much of the history of this place. It was just something that we kind of decided today to come with the family, and it's nice to know a little bit of history when I do videos and stuff. You'll be able to see it on 360 Fearless Adventures.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, take a look at it. So.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So the other thing that's historical here, because I think you're an Acadian, correct?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so at one point during the expropriation of the Acadians, they were supposed to be fleeing the British down here because they used to trade with the natives out at the point here.
Okay.
There's supposed to be a belt of gold that the Acadians buried ahead of the British. I think it's more a legend than it was true.
Yeah.
But back when my mother was young, grew up down here during the Great Depression, that we owned this lower field. And you'd actually they'd come out and be big holes dug in the field, people looking for the bell of gold. But that is the history. The Acadians used to trade with the natives out there long before the stones were even cut.
Is it the same thing as Ilho near Cape Shiknekto? I've seen a little bit of documentary that said that they were digging for stuff down there too.
Wouldn't doubt it, because at the time they would have just fled from the British when it happened. So the Acadians were on this side of the river, as you probably know. Yep. And like I said, I always said a lot of the Acadians, they didn't go that far. They actually moved over to the Memram Cook, because if you literally look at the Albert County side and across the way, it's just across the river.
That's where we're from.
Yeah.
So
and there was a couple guys down here that actually I think they've actually got an orchard down there, and they're looking for sapphire greens.
Okay,
They were down on the beach here, and they couldn't find any, and I picked up their accents.
Yeah.
So I looked at them and I said, actually, everything from this piece of land down this road, down to where the brook is, all that march out to the river my family owns.
Okay.
So I told them, I said, if you guys want to go pick sapphire greens, go on out. If anybody says anything to you, use my name. You're allowed to be on the land.
So there's sapphire green and goose tongues.
Goose tongue.
Yeah,
goose tongue are probably easier to find. The sapphires are tougher to find.
Yes.
Back in the day, we picked them. You're not supposed to pick them. You're supposed to cut them,
them,
and
right?
then they grow back. But
yeah,
back
people
in the 70s, we didn't
destroyed.
think a lot of conservation at the time. Yeah. So my guess is they're still down there, and they were surprised I'd let them go down. I said, "There's no sense. They're going to go to waste. They're going to, as long as you cut them right,
Yes,
they'll
exactly.
keep coming back. So if you want to use the resource, go ahead." So,
No, that's good. I know it's pretty much scarce now to find sapphire green anywhere because, like you said, people didn't cut them; they pulled them right out, right? Yeah.
We didn't know everything we should have known back in the day.
No, that's one thing, right? But now we know better. So, yeah. So that's your dog. Is there a name to the dog?
His name is actually Crooked Creek, which is
Crooked
named
Creek,
after
nice.
Crooked Creek over here in Riverside, Albert.
Yeah.
I used to hunt there with my grandfather. I used to hunt down there with my last dog, so he's named Crooked Creek.
Nice.
And this is an Acadian breed as well.
Nice.
This breed is from the Yarmouth part of Nova Scotia. They used to be called Little River Duck Dogs. They're back in the history books of the Acadians back in the 1800s of their little red dogs they hunted ducks with. That's the breed.
Okay.
So they're one of the four Canadian breeds.
Cool.
But his name, Crooked Creek, is literally named for Crooked Creek over there.
Just gonna take a closer look at this little guy. Hey.
You going to help him, Creek? You're not a very good model.
So please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and thank you very much. And your name again?
Is Darren Church. I'm
Darren
from
Church.
Riverview, but my mother was born right here at Mary's Point. So.
All right. So let's subscribe for Darren. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of the history about the Grindstone Island and all around this place. So we're gonna end it here for this dog right there. We're gonna end it here, and we'll see you in the next 360 Fearless Adventure episode.